All right. This is a demo review of, I know Eric had a question about my decision making in this round. In this round, I have a 1v2 clutch, and I'm just going to go through the decision making process that I had, and hopefully it helps clear up some ways I think through my gameplay. Yeah. So let's get right into it. Where is it? All right. So there's standard full utility setup on CT side. We have two AKs from our last round since we won. We're kind of destroying these guys. And then first thing I do, pretty standard Molotov. I get flashed off my position, so this is a mid standard CT Molotov, just prevent the rush. As you can see, I'm full flashed, and I don't realize that this guy. How do I do this? Yeah, I don't realize that this guy actually pushed my Molotov. So I'm actually in a very vulnerable position here, and I probably should have died. If he just went all in and committed, he could have got me. But he didn't, and I'm a little lucky. And I do the standard mid smoke, but I should have died right there with my nade out. So I'm lucky to be alive right now. And I decided to play a passive CT mid hold from back here. And he crosses my sight, so I know that he pushed mid already. And now I'm just gonna fall back and play more passive info. And at this moment, Eric dies on a ramp, so now I know that A is completely open, so the other teammate is very likely going to aggress. And I know that this guy, mid, has bomb, because on the map, I saw his... So when he crossed over mid, I saw that he had bomb on radar. So that's one important note. And so now I know that they're playing a mid A split. And now what I should do in the 1v2 situation, I should take this 1v1 here in mid while I have the chance and his teammate doesn't have the trading ability. So let's see me flash. Kind of a shitty flash. Probably should have done it. So I take the 1v1, I win it, and I see that bomb is dropped. Perfect. So now that the bomb's dropped, I see that he has a little bit of utility. He just dropped a smoke grenade. So in this moment, I know that his teammate is very likely flanking from A site. And so let me pull up the map here. How do I clear? Okay. So I know this guy killed Eric right here. And now he's probably pushing through A. And now there's two places that he can go. He can go elevator or he can go CT. I mean, he can also go through here, but that's optional. But I'm in a positional disadvantage right now because he can come from two places and I pretty much am in this area. So all he has to do is clear down mid. And I have 22 HP, so I'm pretty much one shot. He is too, but we're just gonna ignore that. I don't remember if I got the call out that he was 19 HP. It doesn't matter. I assume he has full HP. So in this case, I want to have a positional advantage over the other player. Right now, I have the bomb, which is good. You always want to have awareness of where the bomb is, and I have control of the bomb, but I know that he's going to come over here, and he can either peek me from this angle or this angle. So I have a positional disadvantage in this situation. And in order to gain positional advantage, I'm going to use the fact that he is a T side and he has to go plant the bomb. He has to come and get the bomb and plant on A. So what I do is I pick up this smoke on the ground right there, and I throw it to elevator to kind of give the assertion that to the other player that, hey, I'm still here in mid, right? That's the whole purpose of that smoke. And so now that buys me a lot of time. What he will have to do, yes, so he gets smoked off, and he doesn't want to push this because if he pushes it, that gives me the advantage because he's completely gray screened. He can't see anything. So he's gonna wait out the smoke, which is perfect because now, oh, he just pushes the smoke. Well, the original intent was to waste time and to not, he shouldn't have pushed the smoke. First of all, that's his misplay there. But because he pushes the smoke, he sees that mid is clear and I'm not there. So he probably thinks I'm hiding behind that wooden box. So he picks up bomb quietly and goes back. All the meanwhile, I'm over here. I do the quiet drop down the ladder, and I'm going all the way back around to A. And the purpose of this is because he was smoked off, he has no idea where I am currently. So he cleared mid. He thinks I'm still mid. So as you can see, he's still looking down mid. But he knows I'm not behind. I could be behind sandbags. So there's a bunch of positions that I could have been. He didn't clear here. He didn't clear here. I could be here. I could have actually went around back to this whole area, right? I could be there. I could be here. I could now be back on A. And so the purpose of this is now he does not know where I am, right? And so now what I have is a positional advantage over him. Right now, I don't know where he is, but I know that he has to go back to A site. So by being somewhere that he doesn't know, I'm going to have an advantage over him. So let's go ahead and go through. Yep, so I'm going back all the way around to wrap around or side. I quietly go up. And he's quietly going back. He didn't even check window. I could have gone window. And he's gonna go onto A site and plant. Well, in this situation, he actually fake planted. So, and as you can see, he was looking A ramp, and I was actually fence. So, what happened was, let me pull up the map. So he went back to A site. I now have the positional advantage because now I know he has to be here, right? And he kind of just assumed he went back from here all the way through like this, right? He just assumed I wasn't here, which is an okay assumption, but he should have been more wary. And what he was doing was he was looking here because he didn't know where I was. He had an idea that I went all the way around, but he didn't know that I was specifically here. And so what happened was he was looking here, and now he has to do this huge flick, this like 90-degree flick to me, right? Whereas for me, I know he's on site, so I have this cone of flick, right, to make. So right here. So I had to flick from here to here, and he had to flick from A ramp all the way to fence, and we were both one shot away from death. So it's very easy to flick over here and spray a couple bullets to get one shot. It's very hard to flick from A ramp all the way to fence. And so by putting down that smoke, buying out time, and flanking all the way around, I gained the positional advantage over him. And 80 out of 100 times, I will win this flick, right, over him. And yeah, that's it. hope this helped, and